He's the richest comedian. No, if you come to where Mark stays in Port Harcourt, I don't think like there's football pitch inside the house. There's basketball court. There's club.
Mark Angel Comedy. Guys, I believe you watched the podcast by Honest Bunch with Denilson Igwe.
Did you go to check the bleed? Did you go to check?
I even today I'm checking it every day. That's why
the last time you checked, how much do you guys make money?
A ratio of what you guys make every month, and we're making $160,000 then. No,
Jesus.
So
and he mentioned about Social Blade on how they can calculate the revenues of a social media platform. According to Social Blade, Mark Angel has accumulated over $4.2 million in earnings on YouTube alone. He is recognized as the top YouTuber in Nigeria, boasting 9 million subscribers, a total of 2.2 billion views on his channel, Mark Angel Comedy. How much is Mark Angel worth? So we are going to be asking ChatGPT right now. What is Mark Angel's worth net? Wow! Oh my God, that is huge, guys. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing something very, very profound. I just finished watching the Honest Bunch podcast where one of the guys that claimed to have started Mark Angel Comedy, Denilson Igwe, with Mark Angel, shared his own side of the story on how he believed that he was cheated per se and how he left the Mark Angel Comedy brand. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 life and business lessons that I've learned from that video. All right, today we know an entertainment industry in Nigeria is worth over multi-millions of dollars, and the biggest comedian and skit maker we have in Nigeria is Mark Angel. And Mark Angel was the face of comedy and skit in Nigeria and also on the face of Africa in general. But I found this interesting podcast from Honest Bunch, and Denilson Igwe began to share a whole lot of story that is quite touching. But I'm not going to be talking about the side of the story, who was right or who was wrong, but with an open heart, I'm going to be sharing 5 life and business lessons I learned from that podcast. One thing I found out in that video is that money is a revealer of people. Money will reveal the true character of every man. Money does not change people, rather, money reveals people. So if you are bad, money is going to reveal how bad you are. If you are good, money is going to reveal how good you are. So in everything you are doing, make sure you are good, because once money enters your hand, it's going to amplify everything you are within yourself. As I was watching this video, I felt so bad and emotional watching this video. But you know, some of the things I learned from this video are not emotional lessons. So these are lessons that everybody should know.
My name is Denilson Igwe. I'm a comedian. Actually, I was the one that started Mark Angel Comedy. I came home, we did that first comedy. And Mark saw that it was good. He said, okay.
The pant comedy?
Yes, the pant achieve comedy. So Mark's okay, let us create a Facebook page. And I said, okay. And me, I don't even know what is monetization or whatever thing. So he created an account on YouTube 2013. I started doing this comedy 2011. He created an account 2013. So I don't even know when it was monetized or anything. So I just keep doing this stuff. So suddenly, 2014, he bought a car.
Talent is not enough. You have a talent, you have a skill, you have a craft. It is not enough. To your talent, you must add the business of that talent. You must have the business of that talent. So from the whole story that Denilson Igwe shared, one thing you are going to see is that he was the one who had the talent from the beginning. He was the one who had the skill. He was the one who had the crafts. But he did not know the business of the skill. He was a comedian. He could make people laugh. He could create, have the idea, have the knowledge, get the scripts. But he doesn't know the business of the skill. And for a very long time, he was ignorant of the business of the skill. He doesn't know if the skill is making money. He doesn't know how the skill makes money. He doesn't know how probably the deals they close in terms of partnership. He knows nothing about the business. And Because of that, he was ripped off. So if you have any skill right now, you're a graphic designer, content creator, whatever you are doing, there is a skill and there is the business aspect of your skill. You're a musician, it is a skill, it is a talent, then there is a business aspect. You can be a broke creative if you don't know the business aspect of the skill. That was one thing I found out from the way he talked. He didn't know the business of the entertainment industry, but he was a very, very good entertainer, and that was very sad. And they were making so much money way back 2016, as he said in the video, making over $160,000. All right, and currently they are even making over $90,000 per month through YouTube alone. What about other social media platforms? This is not just the skill making money, but the business of the skill. So in every skill you have, you must ensure you know the business of that skill.
Now, 2019, I had a child. Not like I planned it, but I had a child, I had a son. So I told him, guy, you don't need to pay me so that I go feed it, take care of my pikin. I'm not going to feed it like this, I do this thing. So I said, you must give me money. He said, okay, that I will sign that I don't have anything to do with him. I'm not the owner of the comedy. I will sign. I signed though. Yeah, I signed then. Then enter work, give me like 200. And I'll go rest like 5 years.
1 year.
Yeah.
Anyway.
100,000.
Wow.
You signed something. So you signed, it's like you signed your birthright off.
Do not go to the negotiation table hungry. Whenever there is a place for business for you to negotiate, once money has come into the matter, don't ever go to the negotiation table hungry. This was one of the lessons I learned from my graphic design coach. He taught us that once we are about to close a client, we should make sure we are not hungry. Even if you are hungry, do not act or show that you are hungry. I mean, don't show that you need money. You need it. All right? Because from the story that Denilson shared, for him, he came to the point where he was in desperate need of money. He needed money. He was always showing that he needed money. So whatever they offered him, he was ready to take it. So as of that time, from the podcast, you could see they offered him as much as 10 million naira, which he accepted and signed a contract that, took out everything from him and even said the name of the brand. He was the one who got all the name. So everything that could have given him much more gain in the future, because of what I believe, coming to the negotiation table hungry, he lost everything. All right. So in the business you are doing, don't be desperate. Don't come to the negotiation table hungry. All right.
Every time when you say money will come out from the beginning, you get anybody where you talk to, where you ask, say, Baba, true. Because it's also good to know people where they in the same line. You get people where you talk to. Baba, see this thing.
No, nobody I talk.
Were you with him as an employee? Or were you with him as a partner? Because now I'm seeing a severance agreement. So that means that they're taking you as an employee. And what does the law say about your copyright as an employee? It's for the person that employed you. Because I wouldn't advise, I wouldn't advise you to sign this kind of agreement. Employee promise never to file a lawsuit asserting any claims.
You finish
charges.
Then, pata.
Seek counsel from a professional when money bigger than your level is involved. So if you are used to making 200,000 and you got a deal that will give you 10 million naira, it is wisdom for you to seek counsel. But most times we feel like seeking counsel or getting a professional such as a lawyer who is knowledgeable might cost you more. But from the podcast, I could see that he didn't get any counsel. No one advised him. So they offered him 10 million naira. Somehow he took it. So, and from his counterpart, his partner, the contract that was drafted out, which he signed, the lawyer in the podcast said this was done by a smart lawyer. You could see that the lawyer made sure that every loophole is tightened very well before Dennis signed. So in everything you are doing, once money bigger than your level at that point comes in, seek for counsel. Look for a professional to guide you. If you need a lawyer, get a lawyer. If he had a lawyer from the beginning, I believe he would have gotten more share from than just telling the stories he's telling right now.
The thing is, then I was a small boy now. I don't even, and the thing, I never had the vision that this thing will grow like this. So that's the truth. I mean, I was not even looking for him to give me that kind of big money. I told you, he gave me $100. I used it for I didn't change it. I was just holding it.
Yeah.
So if he had given me something, I wouldn't even bother myself.
Passion is not enough. To your passion, add vision. Dennis had the passion for the skill, he had passion for comedy, but from everything, the vision to see far was not there. So he had the passion, but he could not see the next 10 years. So from the beginning, Mark was the person that he brought into the business, but Mark probably had more vision. But Dennis had the passion. So from everything you are doing, it's okay to have passion. Passion will give you the drive. But vision is what shows you what this little thing you are doing right now can grow. Probably you started a YouTube channel, you just had 100 subscribers, Vision is ability to see that in the next 3 years, you could have 500,000 subscribers, and that will be paying you thousands of dollars for the rest of your life. All right. So in life, it's okay to have passion, but it is not enough to have only passion. To your passion, make sure you have vision. So vision is how far can this thing you are doing, how far can you see the idea? How far can you see what you've created? How far can you see it is going? All right. So that is it about vision. So you could see from the podcast, they were traveling outside the country. Probably he didn't expect all of those stuff. All he wanted was to make people laugh. All right. He had the passion to make people laugh, but he didn't have the vision to see that making people laugh can become my brand and my life for the rest of my life. At a point, he even left the comedy, went into his business, just to make money. That is what happens when somebody goes into a market with just passion without vision. If you don't have vision on the road, you will stop. And people that have vision will continue on that market and make more money than you.
So Mark's okay, let us create a Facebook page, and I said, okay. And me, I don't even know what is monetization or whatever thing. So he created an account on YouTube 2013. I started doing this comedy 2011. He created an account 2013. So I don't even know when it was monetized or anything. So I just keep doing this stuff. So suddenly, 2014, he bought a car.
Ignorance is costly. So I watched this podcast from beginning to the end. What I saw in this podcast is the pain of an ignorant creative, the pain of a passionate, ignorant creative. So from everything you could see towards the end of the podcast, one of the things the lawyer that was in the podcast was telling him was, get educated. You need to be educated in so many things, especially in the business of the talent, the business of the skill. That was one thing I saw that he lacked so much from everything, is education. Even from the whole podcast, you could see that he still has the passion, he still has the skill. Even from the postcard, I'm not also seeing the business of the skill yet, meaning he has not also yet, educated himself well enough on the business of that skill. But right now, I believe somebody else can help manage everything for him, and he will keep on producing more content, and probably his own also will also go viral. So I don't know if you watched the video. So these are my own 5 lessons I learned from that video. Honestly, it was heartbreaking. I was watching the video, I was almost shedding tears. But when they started analyzing the contract that he signed, I was like, oh my God. There was nowhere for a loophole that the lawyer can come in for him. Do you get? Because he also signed that he's not going to sue in any court. So that was like, man, you just closed the whole doors, even if they want to come in for you. And this is what happens when you come to the negotiation table hungry. This is what happens when you don't have vision. This is what happens when you don't know the business of your skill. This is what happens when you don't seek counsel. So from everything, is as if Denilson Igwe and Mark, probably both of them are not so far in terms of knowledge. Do you get? They're not so far from everything when they started. But one thing I saw is that Mark probably was the person that seeks counsel from other people. He asks other people, this is what's happening, what should we do? But Dennis was not that kind of person who asks questions. If he asked questions when all these things was happening in the beginning, he would not have been ripped off in this case. So did you watch the video? Let me hear from you your own lessons you learned from that video. And if you've not watched the video, I've summarized and given you my own lessons I learned, right? So let me know what you learned in the video in the comment section of this video. All right? Until then, see you next time. Bye-bye.